Good morning to everyone. If you guys follow the channel, you already know who I am, the middleman CEO, Shon-Jhon. Welcome to the channel. If you have not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. And if you guys are new subscribers, I really appreciate you, and I'm so very thankful to have you on this channel. If you don't mind, share this channel with at least one person just like you who could benefit from this content, right? And smash that thumbs up while you're doing so. So let's jump into it. So if you guys are consistent followers of the channel, then you know my story. You know, in 2020, my wife and I bought our first home in our entire lives. Buying a house is not something that is common in my family, right? Being homeowners, or what I like to call loan owners, because you never own the home. It's funny, people get on here and say, buying is better than renting. Well, I got news for you. You rent even when you buy. That's right. So you rent the mortgage for 30 years. You rent the property through property taxes. You rent the utilities. You rent until you buy. You never own any of those things. So if you think about it that way, you'll understand why I say there's no such thing as home ownership. There is home loanership. You can be on a loan till you die, but you under no circumstance will ever outright just own the home. It just won't happen. And if you think so, and you've already paid off your house and you're going, Sean, you're nuts, I do own my home, it's paid off, I owe nothing, then I would ask you to make the decision to stop paying your property taxes and find out if you really own the home. Because if you own it, no one can touch it, no one can take it from you. It belongs to you, and it always belongs to you. All right, so if that didn't make you mad, then you're on the right track and you're on the right channel, because I don't say these things to make you mad. I don't say these things to just get a pop online. The things that I say about money and finance is just to give you a different perspective. That's why this channel is so important. So please share it with somebody if you don't mind. Thank you. All right, so when we bought our first home, moved from Louisiana in 2020, bought our first home here in Dallas in 2020. And by the way, if you live in Louisiana, move. If you live in Alabama, move. Arkansas, move. Mississippi, move. Get away from those places, especially if you have kids. All right. So, by the way, just in case anybody asks, my favorite places to move, if I was like back in 2020 moving again, it would be Florida, Texas, or maybe Phoenix. I like Phoenix. So I got a channel called, what's that channel called? I just started it. So it's a channel about my journey and my family's journey here to Texas. I think it's called Hello DFW, so check it out. It's got a pink logo, so if you see it, there you go. Or just let me know if you want that link for the Texas channel. I'll drop it in the comments. And so we bought the house in 2020, and we bought the house at an affordable rate. That's when everything was affordable, and then COVID made everything cost more. We bought the house at an affordable rate. So fast forward to 2022, we got an offer we couldn't refuse. So what do? We sold the house. Why? Because home loanership, or what you guys call home ownership, is not the goal for my family. It's financial freedom. So we took the money, honey. You can have the house, mouse, right? Financial freedom is the goal, not home ownership, if that's what you want to call it, right? So we bought the home, beautiful, amazing, brand new build home, and we sold the home. We made a bunch of money in that deal, and we began to rent for the next 2 years. Now, fast forward to today, 2024, we've already purchased a new home that's bigger, that's better, that's in an awesome neighborhood here in Dallas, and that thing's probably going to be worth, just in the next 5 years, 200 $250,000 more than what it is now, because it's not very expensive, but it's going to go up. And so we got a home here. My friends who watch the channel, they know what I'm talking about. But what did I learn? What changed the first time we bought a home as opposed to the second time? So the one thing that I learned whenever we bought the home the first time, and this is what I always tell you guys, and I don't tell you this just to sound cute. I've been through this, I've experienced this, and that's why I tell you guys this. Now, you don't have to do what I tell you to do, or you don't have to listen. I'm just telling you what happened to me, sharing my experience, so it might help you, or might at least give you a different perspective and make you question some things. So we bought the house the wrong way. We bought the house the worst way that you can absolutely buy a house or anything. What did we do? We bought our first home with a paycheck. Now, what does that mean? Because I know you guys are like, what the heck is he talking about? That's essentially the only way you can buy a home. I gotta have a job. And that's what we were thinking. We were thinking the same thing. And so we bought the house. And then we realized, wait a minute, this is a 30-year obligation, 360 months, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see. Probably more than that, now that I think about it. So 30 years, 12 months. Yeah, I think about 360 months. 360 months that a mortgage has to be paid. Now, the real problem is not even the mortgage. The real problem is, how are you going to pay the mortgage? And if you fill in the blank, or you answer the question by saying, with my paycheck from my job, then my advice is, do not do it, honey. Don't do it. Don't make the mistake that we made, right? Now, if you want to go make it, it's up to you. I'm just telling you, I think it's a mistake. And I won't ever do it again. And so we went out, we bought the house with a paycheck. So what happens? Well, we start wearing down. 2 years into it, we're looking at each other like, man, we are tired already. We got to keep going to work. Somebody, we got to wake up. We got to go to work. We got to get paid. We got to make money. We got to keep punching this clock. We got to keep looking to see who's hiring, who's firing. Where can we make an extra dollar? Chase this money around. If the place across the street is paying $1 more, we need to be there. And it was just over and over and over, the stress of paying for a house with the paycheck. And so because of that, it was very frustrating, very stressful. I was tired. My wife was tired. We were burned out. And then we were looking at each other like, we got to do this for another 28 years? See, we didn't know in the beginning that buying a house with a paycheck was a bad idea. We didn't know in the beginning that buying a house with a paycheck would wear you out physically, right? Mentally, and then spiritually. You just start burning out. Because you're like, whoa, I'm tired now, and I got to be tired for the next 28, 30 years? Are you kidding me? This is what I got to do? This is what I signed up for? No, because now I need a job, or someone needs a job for the next 30 years. Who wants to work, or who wants to trade 30 years of their lives for a house? That's a better question. Who wants to do it? I don't. I know you guys don't, because you're the 10%. Now, the 90%, this is how you know if you're the 90%. You're sitting there going, I'll trade 30 years for a house. 10% is going, nope, can't do it. Want freedom. You can keep the house. Give me freedom. And that's how I'm thinking now, right? And so we bought our second home without needing a job. And that's why it took a couple years to do it. But that's how you want to do it. So essentially, you want to be able to create some type of cash flow and then use the cash flow to buy the house. So I call it ACL, asset times cash flow equals liability. ACL, asset times cash flow equals liability, meaning what? Before you buy the house with a paycheck from a job that you have to trade your time for money for the next 30 years, probably not the best decision. Do it if you want to. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what happened to me. Then a better way would be to use the money or the credit or the debt or whatever it is to create an asset, start a business, right? Let the business grow, produce cash flow. It might take a year. Who cares? Be patient. Let it produce cash flow. So if you create a business, all right, and the business makes not even something great, just $3,000 a month consistent cash flow in a year. Now you have $3,000 a month that you can put towards your mortgage. So if your mortgage is $3,000 a month, your business makes $3,000 a month, congratulations, you do not need a job to pay for your home. Your asset produces cash flow, which pays for the home, which is the liability. Yes, your house that you live in and pay a mortgage on is a liability, right? It ain't about feelings. It's about cash flow. What does the cash flow say? This is my rule of cash flow. If the cash flows to you, that's great. If the cash flows away from you, not so great. So I say it this way. It's incorrect grammar, but it helps you to remember, right? Right? So when I talk about cash flow, I'm simply talking about cash flows in, cash flows out, right? So when you get paid from your paycheck, cash flows in, your expense column takes the cash out, right? So an asset make you money, liability take you money. Bad grammar, good teaching. An asset makes you money, and a liability takes you money. So think about it. Make you money, take you money. So if the thing that you're paying for takes money out of your pocket, it's a liability. So the house you live in, pay a mortgage on, who's getting paid? Are you getting paid, or is the lender getting paid? The lender? Okay. Then it's their asset, your liability, because of the rule of cash flow. So if you understand that, just that one principle would just change your life, knowing the difference between asset and liability. So I hope this video helps you. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Share the channel with at least one person who could use this. And hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. I hope this blesses you. I hope this changes your life. And I can't wait to see you guys in the comments. I can't wait to respond to your questions. I can't wait to see what you think about what I had to say today. I know it's controversial. I got it. I know nobody's teaching you this. There's a reason. There's a reason they don't teach you how to start a business in school. There's a reason they don't teach you about money and investing in school, because they have an agenda. So most people are not going to tell you what's going to hurt their agenda, but I will, because I don't have an agenda. Well, except to financially educate people all around the world, right? And so I've been able to do that just a little bit through this channel, and I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being on the channel. You guys are awesome. Hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Welcome to the channel. Put your question or comment, whether you agree or disagree, drop it in the comments. If I see it, I'll try to respond to it. Thank you guys for spending just a few minutes with me, and I hope you have a wonderful, blessed, and amazing day. Peace.